Okay, happy morning guys. Now today's topic is magnetic properties of D block elements. Magnetic properties of D block elements. Okay, magnetic properties. Already we know few magnetic properties already we discussed in where it is solid state we discussed end of the chapter. Solid state we discussed already, but what we know actually paramagnetic we know paramagnetic and diamagnetic and third one ferromagnetic. These three we will discuss in this topic. Okay, para, dia, ferromagnetic field. Paramagnetic field, diamagnetic field, ferromagnetic field. Okay, these three magnetic field we have to discuss. This is actually Gauss. This is the scientist name is Gauss method. This is the based on Gauss method. We have to find out the magnetic nature. This is a simple method. Okay. See, actually, guys, a given diagram. How we give it is a see here one pin is there, one pin. Okay, now here weighing object. Okay, here weight. What is the weight? How much we are taking here. Now this is on the table. This is the meter. Okay, this is positive beta, negative beta. We have to see, and this is the plate, weighing plate. See, whatever metal, transition metal, whatever you are taking here, you have to keep it here. For example, this is the transition metal. We taken here. That time, simple. For example, simply weighing machine. We are not taking anything here. Simply it is a little bit weight. We are not taking anything here. For example, that time this is showing 0. Okay. For example, this we are taking two extra. That time this point will come to your 1, 2, 3. It will increases. It will go this side. Wave will go this side. It will go this side, right? So whatever metal you are taking here, transition metal, scandium to hafnium, scandium to mercury, scandium, titanium, vanadium to zinc, then lanthanide to mercury, all whatever transition metals, any metal if you are taking here, that time you have to apply it magnetic field here, N and S. N, north and south pole we have to put it here. Okay, north and south pole you have to keep it here. For example, if you are keeping any one metal here, that time it is coming down. For example, it is coming down. For example, this weight is coming in the middle down. That is called a sample attracted by magnetic field is called paramagnetic. paramagnetic. Simply, this point is going to left side, this is right side, this is left side. If it is going to left side, if it is attracted, it is coming inside north and south pole middle, it is attracted, this is called paramagnetic. Whatever metal you are taking, for example one metal you are taking, paramagnetic natured metal you are taking here, that time the it is going this side, this weight is coming down side, it is going to right side going is called para, right side going it is called para. Okay, it is coming in the middle of this N and S, it is called para. So for example, it is repelled means pushing up, this is going upside. If it is pushing upside, it is called diamagnetic. If the north and south pole is attracted, it is called paramagnetic. It is repelled, it is called diamagnetic. Okay, north and south pole, this weighing is attracted, paramagnetic. It is repelled, diamagnetic. Okay, it is going to left side is called diamagnetic, it is going to right side is called paramagnetic. So that way we have to find out. What is ferromagnetic means very strongly attracted, not strongly attracted, just simply not attracted. Very strongly attracted is called ferromagnetic. It is attracted, very strongly attracted, north and south pole. Okay, diamagnetic means the north and south pole is repelled. Paramagnetic means north and south poles are attracted. North and south poles are very strongly attracted is called ferro. This is the three kind of methods is called Gauss balance. This is called Gauss balance. Its name is this GOUS, Gauss method. Okay, this method based on we have to find out it is parava, diava, ferrova. This we have to find out like this. Okay, this is the way of confirm the magnetic nature. Okay, next, and one more definition also we know. It is simple definition we know. It is called paramagnetic and diamagnetic. What is diamagnetic? When two paired electrons in shell, when unpaired electrons in shell. When unpaired electrons in shell is called paramagnetic. When two paired electrons in shell is called diamagnetic. This already we know. This is simple one. This is theoretical one. Okay. This is called magnetic momentum. Okay. This magnetic momentum the Bohr also given. Okay, Bohr magnetism also they given. It is magnetic moment is called mu equals to under square root of n plus 2 bm. bm means Bohr magneton. Bohr magneton. N means number of unpaired electrons. Number of unpaired electrons. Okay, this is called magnetic momentum. This is very very important. Magnetic momentum equals to n into n plus 2 bm. Bohr magnetum. Okay, that values they given in a book. Okay, in one table column they given the ions values they given. For example, bm example for titanium plus 3. Titanium plus 3. What is that? Calculated one 1.73. But bm value, Bohr magnetum exactly what came? 1.75. 1.73, 1.75. Bohr given 1.75, calculated one 1.73. Okay, this is the way of finding the magnetic momentum. Okay guys, next. Next one, alloys formation. Alloy formation. Alloy formation. See, alloy means when homogeneous solids. Alloy means homogeneous solid solutions. Best example, 22 karat gold. It is 22 gold plus 2 copper. Totally 22 karat. Now 24 karat gold means 24 gold, 0 copper. It is called 24 karat. Here copper we are not counting. See guys, here copper we are not counting. 22 karat gold equals to 22 karat gold plus 2 copper is called 22 karat gold. 24 karat gold means 24 karat gold, 0 copper. It is called 20 pure. This is pure one. This is alloy. Alloy means mixture of 2 or 3 solids. It is called alloy. Okay. So how it is forming? See that one. Actually, copper plus tin. Example, copper plus zinc is called brass. Bronze. For example, copper plus tin. Bronze. Bronze medal, copper medal, bronze medal, brass medal, gold medal, silver medal, like this kind of things. Tin we are using here. These are the alloys, best alloys. So inside how it is possible actually. See that arrangement of copper is like this. Arrangement of copper is like this. square, hexagonal, that is later, we will discuss later. That is two kind of things. It is square I am taking. So in the middle it will come, what will come? Tin will come, tin or zinc will come in the middle. Some places it will come, that is called trapped atoms. Trapped atoms. What is this spaces? Space, voids, this you know, right? That is called interstitial voids. Interstitial voids. Okay, these are the copper, this is tin. Example I am telling, this is copper, this is tin. Bronze, if it is zinc, this is copper. This is called alloys formation. Alloys formation. Okay, they are very hard and rigid. Okay, they have high melting points, higher than those pure. So copper, compared to copper, this bronze is highest melting point. Okay, these are the things. Next, this is the topic till now. Whatever transition metals all are completed. Now some general groups are there. Some general groups are there. What are they? Group 3. Group 3 different. Group 4. Group 5. Group 6. Like this it is there. Almost how many are there? Group 4, Group 5, Group 7, Group 7, and last Group 8, 9, 10. So totally how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 groups are there. We have to discuss one by one. 6 groups we have to discuss. Okay, 6 groups, all are different kind of properties are there. Now we have to go through that one. First of all, go to the group 1. Sorry, group 3. Put the side heading. Group 3. Members. First point, what are the members? Group 3 name also called Scandium family or Scandium group. Scandium family or Scandium group. Members, family members: Scandium, Yttrium, Lanthanum, Actinum. Scandium, Yttrium, Lanthanum, Actinum. Next, second point. General E configuration. General electronic configuration is n-1 in the bracket D1 4s2. N equal to 4 to 7, any one number. Okay, first 4 3D series 4 will come because of 4 minus 1 3D 3D1 4s2 Scandium. Next, Yttrium 4D1 4s2. Yttrium what will come? Yeah, 4D 4s1 4s2. 5D1 4s2. Like this it will come. Okay, if the number increases, it will increase this number. Okay, this is a general electronic configuration of Scandium group. Third important point, group 3 elements shows +3 oxidation state. Very, very important point. They shows oxidation state of +3. Okay, this is the first and important topic point. Their compounds are, next fourth point, their compounds are colorless and diamagnetic. They are colorless and diamagnetic. This is one of the important. Actually, D1 coming, right? It should come paramagnetic. D1 coming, but it should come para. But they given in a book dia. Guys, in our ISC book, what they given once, tell me this. In my book they given dia. In your book what did they given? You tell me. Because of actually D1 coming, it should come para. Okay, we will discuss in group. Okay, yeah. Now fifth one, these all are reactive. These all are electropositive and reactive. Reactive metals. Reactive metals. Reactivity increases with increase the size. Reactivity increases with increasing the size. Important point. Okay, size increases, reactivity also increases. And when these are bonds these are bonds, for example metals are bonds. Metals react with oxygen gives M2O3 common. M2O3 +3 oxidation state it will give. Okay, seventh one, these metals are react with H2O, produces H2 gas. Very, very important. This group 3 metals are reacting with water, it gives hydrogen gas. Okay, these oxides, 8th point, these oxides and hydroxides are basic in nature. This atomic and ionic radii will increases, that you know. That's it. Okay, now look at here. These 8 points in the first group we know whatever it. Second, general electron configuration also we know. Okay, not a problem. +3 oxidation state. Okay, group 3 means +3 oxidation. Color and diamagnetic or paramagnetic we'll discuss later. That is electropositivity, more reactive. Metals like oxygens, M2O3 will come, and these metals are react with water, it gives H2 gas, and these oxides and hydroxides are basic in nature. These last 3-4 points are very, very important. 5, 6, 7, 8 points are very, very important. These are the about group 3 only. This is only about group 3. Okay, only about group 3. Next one, it is group 4, titanium group. Okay, this titanium group members are, first member is titanium, second member is zirconium, third member is hafnium, HF, hafnium. Okay, this is a 3, titanium, zirconium, hafnium. 3, year after 3 will come. Each group 3 members are there. This is 3 members group. Okay, general electron configuration is how it is. It is n minus 1 d2 4s2 n equal to 4 to 6, n equal to 4 to 6. Okay, 4 to 6. This oxidation state OS is +4. Titanium chloride, zirconium chloride, hafnium chloride, titanium dioxide, zirconium dioxide, this kind of things. Okay, for example, titanium chloride or titanium dioxide, this kind of molecules all are, this 3 into 2, total 6 molecules are there. These all are showing like that. And titanium sometimes shows +3 also. Example, titanium Cl3. Only titanium also shows oxidation state of +3. Okay, this is the next. It is, these all are diamagnetic and colorless. Scandium group also diamagnetic only, not paramagnetic. Okay, that diamagnetic only, this also diamagnetic. And titanium only paramagnetic. Only titanium paramagnetic. This group members remaining 2 is the diamagnetic only, but paramagnetic only. Titanium compound +3 only. Yeah, you take like this, better to take, better to take this. At +3 oxidation state, it is titanium is a paramagnetic. Okay, +4 oxidation state, it is a diamagnetic. Okay, important. Next, we take, they are hard metals, with high melting point, boiling point. High melting point, boiling point. H means high amma, melting point, B means boiling point. High BP, MP. They are hard metals with high melting and boiling points. Very, very important. Okay. These elements are unreactive at room temperature. These metals are unreactive at room temperature. And for example, however, when we are heating, that time hydrogen, carbon, nitrogen, boron, these all are reaction is possible. Okay, only at room temperature it is not possible. One more interesting point: due to lanthanoid construction, due to lanthanoid construction, zirconium and hafnium, Zr and HF are same atomic ionic radii. Atomic and ionic radii. Okay, this is a very important points. They occurs together minerals. Zirconium and hafnium in silver white metal. Silvery white metal. Zirconium, hafnium are silvery white metal. Silvery white metal, and this together available as a mineral. This is the group 4. Next, group 5. Vanadium group. Vanadium, niobium, tantalum. Vanadium, niobium, tantalum. General electron configuration N-1, D3, NS2. Okay, N equal to 4 to 6. As usual, how to write electron configuration also very important. Okay, most stable electronic oxidation state is +5, most stable one, and sometimes shows +3, +4. +5 is the most stable one, but sometimes shows +3, +4 also. Okay. Due to lanthanoid construction, LC, very important. Next it will come. One chapter is there. Lanthanoid chapter is there. That time we will discuss about lanthanoid construction. What it is, we will discuss. Due to LC, niobium, tantalum, same size and properties. Almost equal properties. Okay, so whatever properties it will show, niobium, tantalum also showing that only. Okay, Ta means tantalum. Size common properties all are same. Okay, and they have interstitial compounds, means some other foreign compounds are there in the between. That's why very hard refractory. Okay, and this vanadium, when we are added to steel, that toughness will increases. Strength and toughness will increases when we add vanadium to steel. Okay, vanadium to steel, it is toughness and strength will increases. Niobium alloy used for making jet engines. Niobium used for preparation of jet engines. Tantalum is a resistant to corrosion. Tantalum resistant to corrosion. Okay, and I told one point, V2O5 is a best catalyst for many reactions. Is used for catalyst for many reactions. That is very important. V2O5 is used for catalyst for many reactions. Very important one. Okay, like that. Group 6 elements. Group 6. What are they? Chromium group. It is Cr, molybdenum, wolfram. Chromium, molybdenum, wolfram. Tungsten. These are the three members. Very costly members all are. Tungsten and chromium very costly. Costliest metals in the one kind of very, for example, just 0.1 gram tungsten we are using for making one bulb. So if you have a 1 kg, it is almost 1 lakh rupee cost. 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh, like this kind of metal, these all are. Chromium also even. Okay. N minus 1 is D4 NS2. Okay, it is 4 to 6, N equal to 4 to 6, and sometimes N minus 1 D5 NS1. Both configurations are possible for chromium group. Okay, that star symbol we take in chromium upside. Both are possible, but most of the cases this second one. Okay, and this is the most common and important oxidation states are +3, +6. Most common and most important oxidation states are +3 and +6. Molybdenum and wolfram shows +5, +6 also. Molybdenum, wolfram shows +5, +6 also. So stable compounds, we have to face some problems with stable compounds because of they behave irregular manner. Okay, they all are hard and silvery white in metal, high melting and boiling points. As everybody know, wolfram is highest melting point. Okay, this family group 6 all are silvery white with high MP, high MP and BP, high melting and boiling points. Okay. Molybdenum used in X-ray tubes. MO used in X-ray tubes. Tungsten, where we are using, everybody know. Okay. And most important, very important point is K2Cr2O7, potassium permanganate, important compound. Cr used as a oxidizing agent. Cr used as a oxidizing agent. Cr used as a oxidizing agent. Okay. Chromium is like a stainless steel. Chromium steel, like this kind of metal, that is. Okay. And this is used for cutting the tools. It is used for cutting tools. Okay. Next one, it is group 7, manganese group. Manganese group. Manganese group. It is manganese, technetium, rhenium. Manganese, technetium, rhenium. Electron configuration is N-1 D5 NS2 4 to 6, same as usual. And next, it is shows 0 to 7 oxidation state. 0 to 7 oxidation state. 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 till their oxidation starts. It will show important are plus 2 plus 4 plus 7. Plus 2 plus 4 plus 7. Okay. The highest oxidation state is possible for Mn. Now next, for Mn, very important point, it is MnO, Mn2O5, Mn2O3. These both are basic. MnO2 amphoteric. MnO3, Mn2O7 acidic. MnO2 amphoteric, MnO3 acidic. M2, M means what? Metal. You take Mn also. This also Mn. Yeah, MnO2. Okay. Mn2. This is Mn2. These are the basic acidic These are high MPBP, and most useful potassium permanganate MnO4 is important compound. MnO2 is the best catalyst. Rhenium is used for making of filaments. Okay, flash bulbs. Nowadays flash bulbs we are using more. In that only rhenium we are using. Okay, this is about group 7 members. Next one, group 8, 9, 10. There is no any special name. Group 8, 9, 10. It is group 8, 9, 10 members. Iron, ruthenium, osmium. Group 9, cobalt, rhodium, and iridium. Iridium, one of the costliest one. Nickel, palladium, and platinum. 3 members. 8, 9, 10. Okay. Ferrous, ruthenium, osmium, cobalt, rhodium, iridium, nickel, palladium, platinum. And configurations are different. See, 3d6, 4s2, 4d7, 5s1, 5d6, 6s2. See here little bit different. So take the star symbol. Okay. 3d7, 4s2, 4d8, 5s1. Now 5d7, 6s2. Where is different? Rhodium, ruthenium, both are different. Okay. 3d8, 4s2, 4d10, 5s0. Okay. 5d9, 6s1. All are different. Here first and last same, configuration. But this middle one different. But these all are different. 2, 0, 1. Okay. This is the general electron configuration and members. Now, basically, +2, +3, OS. For example, iron. Fe +2 possible, Fe +3 possible. Like that kind of compounds these all are. Okay. They have high melting boiling points. That all know. All are ferromagnetism. All are ferromagnetism. Okay guys, ferro means what? Already you know. Very strongly attracted by magnetic field. Very strongly attracted by magnetic field. They react with diluted H2SO4 and HNO3, but right? They react diluted H2SO4 and HNO3, but concentrated H2SO4 is they become passive. All them combine with CO and form volatile carbonyls. They all will react with CO. Okay. Nickel form 4 and 6 coordination number. Nickel form 4 and 6 coordination number. Coordination different, oxidation state different, amma. Don't confuse here. Coordination different means number of neighbor atoms attached. 4 and 6 possible. Remaining all are cobalt and iron all are possible plus 6. Fe, cobalt are 6. Coordination number. I am not talking about oxidation state, okay? This is the about group 8, 9, 10. And one more family, it is group 11. Group 11 coinage metals. Coinage metals means what coins we are using. Silver coin we will use, gold coins we will use, copper coins we are using. Olden days copper coins only they are using. Okay. While before many days back, when Lord Rama is ruling our nation, that time his coin is made up with gold. The coin is made up with gold. Lord Rama and Sita, Hanuma, Lakshmana, all are there in that coin. Okay, that golden coins, golden days. Okay, one coin that is that time it is dollar, this and all not there. Whenever rupee is also introduced, whenever 1 rupee is introduced, right? That time also 1 rupee equal to $19. In 1800 years, that time. Okay, before Mughals attacked on India, that time 1800 year or before that, 1 rupee equals to $19. But now $1 equals to 75 rupees. This what coins we are using here? What coins we are using? That all coins called coinage metals. First one, copper, silver, gold. Very costliest one these all are. Copper we are using in wire, silver we are using for ornaments, gold we are using for what you know. Okay, N-1, D10, NS1. Okay, electronic configuration. This oxidation state +1, +2, both. +2 is more stable than +1. Important point. Basically oxidation states are 2, +1 and +2, and +2 is more stable than +1. Cupric salt, cuprous salt, both are different. Cuprous salt converted into cupric. Cu plus converted into Cu +2 plus Cu. Cuprous. +1 oxidation state is called cuprous. Spelling I will write. Cuprous. cuprous, cupric. Ric means 2, rus means 1. Cuprous, cupric 2, cuprous 1. Okay, this is the both are the oxygen states. Many some more points are there, that all are easy points, already we know, especially silver bromide, how it is forming. Okay, uses we will take. Silver halide, photography, especially AGBR used for photography, and last family group 12, zinc group, zinc, cadmium, mercury. These are the 3 members. N equal to 1, sorry, N minus 1, D10, NS2. Okay, fulfilled electronic configuration is zinc family. Fully filled. Zinc shows actually only +2 oxidation shows, only +2. Okay, and mercury +1. Zinc and cadmium shows +2, mercury also showing +2, but sometimes mercury shows +1. This is the point, very very important point. Mercury, what we are using, where we are using, everything already you know. Okay, zinc cadmium dissolves diluted H2SO4 and it produces H2 gas. This kind of few points are there. Now read that points. And I asked yesterday homework, when single student not yet send that, so tomorrow I will send to your parents. Dear sir, your son is not doing homework, your daughter is not doing homework, directly I will put your personal message to your fathers. Everybody number is there, I have. Okay, bye. I listen one thing, in Pondicherry number of corona cases are increasing very high, I think. Yeah, every day I am listening that. Very bad. And don't go out, guys. Take care. Social distancing must. Okay, everybody buy the sanitizer, use it, because of we are chemistry students, proud to be chemistry student. Okay, bye.